What's good, guys? My name is Arnimane, and welcome to the 58th episode of Would You Rather, a series where I answer your Would You Rather questions that you left for me in the previous episode. If you missed any of the previous episodes, feel free to click on the link in the description below, and it'll take you to the entire playlist. And if you have any Would You Rather questions that you would like me to answer, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. Now, with all that out of the way, let's move on to last week's featured question. So last week I asked you guys, would you rather have the name refrigerator or have the name dishwasher? And Egthen324 says he would rather be called refrigerator because he could have a cool nickname like fridge, which is very true. Fridge is not a bad nickname, I guess. It does lean towards maybe being fat. I don't know. But I guess as a girl, you can have dishy as a name for dishwasher or even washer. But washer sounds more like a nickname you'd get in prison. So I don't know if I would want that as a nickname. But I'm going with refrigerator, not because of the nickname, fridge, but because you can put anything after refrigerator and it would just sound badass. Like this is like, for example, refrigerator Jackson, refrigerator Johnson. Like that sounds so badass. What I want you guys to do right now, just picture refrigerator and then your first name. Don't write that in the comment. You don't need to do that. But just say it in your head. Tell me if your name sounds badass with the refrigerator in front of it. So that's the only reason why I'm going with refrigerator. Thank you to everyone who answered that question down in the comment section below. And we're going to move on to this week's featured question, which is kind of a serious question. And then I'm actually really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. So, this week's featured question is, would you rather have blurry vision all the time or only see everything in black and white? And you cannot have anything to correct these problems. You cannot get corrective surgery for your blurry vision or wear glasses for your blurry vision. You cannot get any kind of surgery for black and white or anything like that. You are stuck with these. What if you choose for the rest of your life? You cannot fix this problem whatsoever. So let me know down in the comment section below, and of course I will be answering this question in next week's episode. So if you don't want to miss me answering this question, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's move on to the questions that you guys submitted for me last week. And today's first question comes in from Sean Carson, who asks, would you rather wear a diaper for the rest of your life or wear a mask for the rest of your life? And I feel like this question is very lopsided, just because even if I had to wear the diaper but never actually had to use it, like I was smart enough to be able to take the diaper off and take a shit, or take a piss, I still wouldn't want to wear the diaper. I think it'd be very uncomfortable, but wearing a mask for the rest of my life, it wouldn't be that bad, especially if, I wanted to be a superhero, right? Or I've always wanted to go to what else things called? Where you wear the party, like when you wear the mask, masquerades or something like that. Masquerade, I think. Yeah, like, I've always wanted to go to one of those. Obviously not by myself, a significant other. Um, so I think that would be a lot more fun. But see, I guess I would get less weird looks if I was wearing a diaper because I guess nobody would really know I'm wearing a diaper. Um, than I would if I was wearing a mask. But I think that's part of the appeal for me. And who knows? Maybe I'll get that more, I guess, interest in me from the opposite gender, because I'm wearing a mask, and they're like, "Ooh, I wonder what he's all about." I don't know. I'm just spewing shit out of my head here, but I think a mask would be a little more entertaining for me than a diaper. I think a diaper would be very demoralizing and just make me not want to go out and do things. In my opinion, even if I knew not to shit in the diaper and actually remove the diaper whenever I had to use the washroom. So yeah, I'm gonna be wearing a mask for the rest of my life over a diaper just because I just don't want the hassle, I guess, of a diaper. And I hear diaper rashes suck. Oh, thanks for your question, Sean. Let's move on to our next question. Our next question comes in from UK36 Juiced Up, who asks, would you rather live your life as a can of beans or as a statue? Now, when you say live your life, I'm making the assumption that because you're saying live your life, I'm making the assumption that I'm actually like conscious of what is, of my surroundings, what's happening to me, what's happening to others, so on and so forth. Like my soul is in a can of beans or in the statue. The only thing, I can't move, I can't talk, but I'm still, I guess, more or less, I'm able to think. At least that's what I hope you're getting at here. Um, so, anyways, with that, I think the life of a can of beans would be really lame. Because think about it. I mean, like you get produced, and you go and get. You have to wear pretty much clothing like everybody else. By that I mean the label, which would suck. Then you get shipped out into a truck for a couple of hours, or even a long time, even a week or so. Who knows? Um, and then you get put on a shelf, and in hopes of being bought. And in some grocery stores, they don't rotate products. I might be sitting at the back of the shelf for a really, really long time. And who knows, I might get, shipped to a convenience store that doesn't really sell beans that often. And, and every time I'm on that shelf, I'm going to be like, ooh, pick me, pick me, pick me. And just like high school, I'll never get picked. So, and then not only that, I finally get picked. I get taken home. I get the can opener stuck in my head. I get my head cut open pretty much. And all my guts spilled all over into a bowl. And then they eat me. And then I get thrown into the garbage, and then I sit in a. Well, I guess from there it goes two ways. I can either be thrown in the garbage or thrown into a recycling bin. If I get thrown in the garbage, I'm gonna be sitting in a dump for the rest of my life with smelly things and bugs and all that, and that doesn't sound very appealing. But at least if I get recycled, I guess I would live my life again into just something else. So that is one upside. But I think I would much rather be a statue, just because statues, they're standing there. People more or less admire the statue. They come to see the statue, and it gets, I guess, respect the statue. I guess it really depends on what the statue is for, but it could just be nothing, just for decoration. But sometimes there's memorial statues and stuff like that. So, oh, geez, that's one good question though. If I was to be a statue of someone famous, like a memorial statue, I wonder who I would be. But that's for another that's for another video. But anyways, moving on. But yeah, I mean, aside from being vandalized from youths, I mean, even still, if I was, I would get it cleaned up pretty quickly. I think I'd much rather be a statue, just because, like I said, people come to see me, people come to respect me, so on and so forth. I think that would be the better thing for me. So I'd much rather be a statue. Thank you for your question, Juiced Up. Let's move on to our next question, which comes in from Exton324, who asks, would you rather get $750,000 for sure, 100%, or have a 50% chance of getting $6 million and a 50% chance of getting nothing? I say the same thing to any, chance money question, and it all comes down to my situation that I'm in right now. And right now in my situation is $750,000, 100%. That would be perfect. I would take that 100%. But like, yeah, and that is what I'm going to choose right now. But let's just say, 10 years, I'm a multi-million dollar person, and money's not a thing to me. Like or okay, not even a multi-millionaire. Like, at a point where I have no worry, I have no money troubles, I have no worry about money, and like I have no problem with money. I would go ahead and take that 50% gamble because if money is not a problem, but where money is a tight issue, I would much rather get that $750,000. Because $750,000 right now for me would help me out tremendously. So there's your answer, Egton. Thank you for submitting it, and we're gonna move on to another question, which comes in from Michelle G, who asks, "Would you rather be the owner of Sony or be the owner of Microsoft? Same pay, same city." When you say same city, I'm making the assumptions that I don't leave where I am right now. So if I become the owner of one, their headquarters move into my backyard. Let's just say that. That would actually be kind of cool. I don't know where you would put it in my backyard though. It's kind of small. But anyways, um, It's kind of hard because I love Sony. I love their PlayStation, and don't get me wrong, I love Xbox as well. But I guess you could say I'm more of a Sony, a PlayStation fanboy. I don't know, but at the same time, I know that Microsoft is, well, at least I see them as more of a titan than Sony is, and that's because Microsoft doesn't just do. Uh, Video game consoles. I know Sony doesn't either, but I mean, Microsoft also has the operating system, the PC that you're most likely using right now. They developed Windows, and you know, that by itself is what is probably going to escalate them even further in the future. Um, Sony doesn't really have that Titan like behind them. They're like, what do they have? TVs and a couple other electronic stuff, but Microsoft by itself has the operating system that your computer is running on right now, unless you're using a Mac, but that's beside the point. um, so like for example, if you were to say you know Arnie, which out of Sony and Microsoft, which one do you think is going to go bankrupt first? And I would honestly tell you Sony. I would honestly tell you Sony would go bankrupt first, just because, like I said, I see Microsoft as more of I guess, a titan now and more of a titan in the future. I just see Microsoft growing and growing and growing, and not only that, growing, but at a lot faster rate than what Sony would be. Um, I could be wrong. These are all just thoughts in my head. As the statistics could be completely different than what I just said, but that's what I see. Probably should have researched that, but I like to not research questions before the questions before I answer them. So I am gonna have to say Microsoft. I would much rather be the owner of Microsoft. As much as I love Sony, it's all about. I guess when it comes down to it, it's all about the business and doing things right, and in the end, maybe even making more money. So, anyways, thanks for your question, Michelle. Let's move on to our last Would You Rather question, which comes in from I Am Burston King, who asks, Would you rather be related to Miley Cyrus or be related to Justin Bieber? God damn, can I just say neither? Can I please just say neither? um, this is actually kind of tough. It really is. Um, I'm actually, wow, I probably should have thought about this one first. See, when I think of Miley Cyrus, I see her as that stuck-up bratty sister, and that's not something I would want. I like to, when I think of a family member, I like us all to come together as a whole. I just see Miley Cyrus as a selfish, bratty sister that only looks out for herself. Like, if let's just say she had something that she never used and I asked to borrow it, she would just say no, even though it's sitting in her closet all boxed up and probably even has a for sale sign on it or something. I don't know. But you know what I mean? I see her not looking out for her family members and stuff like that. I just see her looking out for herself. And I don't know. I just see her as a brat. I do. But when it comes to Justin Bieber, despite looking kind of girlish or gay, I think he would be kind of cool to hang out with. He seems like a good party goer, and I think that might be more of a brother material, I guess. Well, it says related. I'm going immediately related, like brother sister. Because let's face it, if I'm like a cousin to Justin Bieber, I don't see very much coming out of him. In terms of, I guess, being, and I don't see much out of it if I'm just a cousin, but if I'm like immediately related to him, uncle, brother, so on and so forth, then there's actually some kind of benefit. But anyways, but for Justin Bieber, like I said, I think he'd just be a great guy to hang out with. I don't know. I don't know. Like, you're giving me like two shitty options here, okay? I'm taking the best of the two. Give me a break. I chose Justin Bieber. Fuck you if you hate that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, well, first of all, thanks for your question. I am Bursting King, and of course, thank you for watching. If you have any Would You Rather questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And don't forget to answer this week's featured question. I will be having, I guess, a little channel update video going up, I think, Sunday, which not only involves the channel as a whole, but will specifically address Would You Rather as a series and changes that I would like to do to it. And so make sure you miss that, especially if you love Would You Rather. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching once again. Click that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty.